a quick crisp insight into the examination. What will be your 2027 examination? What actually you are going to face first of all. In the 2025 result, if you are going to the social sciences, all India rank 2 was actually our student, all India rank 3, all India rank 4, all India rank 8, 10, 14, 17, 24. All these students were actually our master course batch students, and we are so proud that the majority of them are with us only right now as our juniors. So we will be giving this equal weightage when we are taking the classes also. Okay, while we are dealing with the classes, you will be given equal weightage with respect to the weightage of the questions which is coming in the examination. Number of seats we have in IRI is very much limited. The competition is much higher. So first we have to understand is like the competition is real. We have to prepare very well. But it's not that a bigger task like to arrive in IRI. You don't want to be a pro or a genius to arrive at IRI. If you are consistent enough, if you are preparing on a scientific line, in perseverance, you are here in IRI in the further years. Okay. Also, total you will be getting almost like 250 plus classes will be there. This will be covering up what are all the requirements which is actually needed for our examination. Okay. Welcome back everyone. Welcome back to our YouTube channel AgriAddict. So today we will be seeing how to crack the JRF Social Science examination for 2027 and 28. So today I will be covering the 10-month plan preparation strategy, how to study, where from we should study, why to choose AgriAddict, and all the things will be furnished under this video. So kindly follow the entire video for your future references and preparation. So this will be your fundamental first class for your social science preparation for the next year. So let's go to the video. So today what are all the things that we are going to share with you, that I'll be just briefing first. So the first, like which are all the basic fundamental documents that you are required to appear for the ICAR AIEEA PG examination. Then what is the syllabus that you are going to study for the upcoming year or maybe for the next examination, and the subject wise number of scholarship seats, like where are all the seats, like how many seats are there. Then PYQ subject wise number of questions, like how many questions were asked based on different subjects which is coming under social sciences. Then also like the complete book list which you have to prepare for your final preparation for the examination. And finally this 10-month plan based on our AgriAddict platform, like how you are going to cover the syllabus. So these will be the entire information will be furnished under this video. So before proceeding to the basic details of examination, let us see how far actually our AgriAddict family has grown. So this is actually our last year's result, and we are awaiting for the 2026 results also. But in the 2025 result, if you are going to the social sciences, all India rank 2 was actually our student, all India rank 3, all India rank 4, all India rank 8, 10, 14, 17, 24. All these students were actually our master course batch students, and we are so proud that the majority of them are with us only right now as our juniors. So before beginning, let me introduce myself. I am Ajay Sir. I am currently pursuing my PhD in agricultural economics in ICAR Indian Agricultural Research Institute, New Delhi. And as I have already told, many of the toppers that whom were students 1 year back, they are our juniors right now, and they are being part of AgriAddict family for mentoring the juniors and you people as well. So this is how actually our journey. So it's been almost 3 years, and 2 entire years of master course we have completed, and we have made successful results in the previous 2 years, and we are waiting for the final results of 2026. So this is for actually our journey from social science family. So a quick crisp insight into the examination. What will be your 2027 examination? What actually you are going to face first of all. First examination mode, this will be a computer based test. It is none other than a CBT examination. So in this CBT examination, you will be finding only the multiple choice questions. Okay, there will be only MCQs. There is no descriptive questions. It's simply the multiple choice questions. You will be given a question. There will be 4 options. A, B, C, D options will be there. You have to just pick the correct option, just tick it and move to the next question. That is the basic idea of the exam mode. Then how many number of questions we have? We have 120 questions. We have 120 questions. The total 120 questions will be there for the examination. And how much duration? We have 2 hours. 2 hours, which means we have 120 minutes. So if you're checking for on an average, for one question, you will be having 1 minute to answer. Okay, for one entire question, you will be having 1 minute to answer. And kind of questions. See, earlier, like there has been many changes in the pattern of the NTS ICAR AIEA PG examination. So different types of questions you can expect. Right now, you can see the direct MCQs. Like maybe it will be directly like a factual question, like okay, this kind of committee or this kind of organization has been established in which year. Maybe the options will be 1950, 55, 60, and 70. If you know the correct answer, you can just directly go to it. Those are the direct MCQ questions. Okay. Also, you can see the match the following questions. Okay, match the following questions. Then you can also see the statement type of questions, like maybe 2 or 3 statements will be given. So upon the 2 or 3 statements, they will be asking like which are all the statements correct. Maybe statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect, statement 3 is correct, statement 4 is incorrect. So such kind of options will be there. Also, there can be chances of assertion and reason type questions. Especially in the case of agricultural economics, recently they have started asking some numerical questions. Some problems will be given and the answer will be given, the final answer will be given in the answer. So therefore some numerical questions also you can expect some numerical sessions or numerical questions. And finally there will be some kind of like ordering kind of questions, like maybe they will be giving maybe some kind of arrange the following institutions upon their establishment year from the earliest to the latest. So even if you know about like 1 or 2 institutions, like the entire institutions without giving their years, you may be having to figure out like okay, under which timeline they are belonging, and you have to like maybe arrange it in the ascending order or maybe in the descending order. Such kind of questions will be asked in the examination. So these are the different types of, it's not like it's not like an equal proportion from year to year. It can change. Majority of the questions will be this direct kind of MCQs as well as match the following, which will be easy for you. And the rank determining questions will be mostly this numerical, assertion, reason, as well as the statement type questions. So if when it was factual questions, it was really easy because directly reading the textbook would have been sufficient. But right now, knowing the concept properly, thoroughly is really important to answer such kind of questions, such as numerical, maybe assertion, reason, as well as statement questions. So this is where actually AgriAddict is actually going to help you, because we are trying to give 100% conceptual clarity regarding each and everything to a student which is who actually doesn't know about anything regarding the subject. We will be starting from the scratch. No matter what the student joined is actually like maybe knowing the subject or not knowing the subject, we will be building the conceptual framework, as in every one of them will be master of the subject by the end of the course. That is actually the peculiarity of our course for the last previous years. So what will be the pattern of the exam for 2027? In the 2027, majority of, if we are comparing from the last 6 years of question paper, from 2020 to 2026, the question paper was almost like easy to moderate. So we are expecting an easy to moderate level of examination in the case of 2027 examination also. What we are trying to build is like we will be expecting a hardest examination. We will be expecting the most toughest examination, and we will be trying to make the student, even if the exam paper is easy or maybe in the medium level or if in the harder level, he or she would be capable enough to attend maximum of the questions and rank the maximum. That is the major ambition that we are having through our master course. So these are some of the basic ideas. So coming to the eligibility of the course. So basically, if you are appearing for the social science stream of the ICAR AIEA PG examination, you will be having 2 options, whether you can go for MSc in agricultural economics and you can go for MSc in agricultural extension. Either of these 2 courses you can follow. Okay, so for doing MSc in agricultural economics, your basic qualification should be BSc in agriculture or horticulture or agricultural marketing or cooperation, forestry, or it can be BSc honors agriculture, that the 4-year course of agriculture, horticulture, agricultural marketing and cooperation, or forestry. And when it comes to agricultural extension, again the BSc agriculture, horticulture, forestry, sericulture, also BSc honors agriculture, horticulture, forestry, sericulture, or BSc agricultural marketing and cooperation, BSc honors in agricultural marketing and cooperation. So these are the basic coursework that you have to complete before joining the economics as well as extension masters. To our premier institute, only admission to IARI or Indian Agricultural Research Institute, the basic qualification that along with this additional BSc Dairying, BSc Dairying DT, BTech, then BVSc and Animal Husbandry, BSc Animal Sciences, BFSc. So these things are also considered as a basic eligibility to do agricultural economics. When it comes to agricultural extension, if you are having BSc Dairying, BSc Dairying DT, BTech DT, BVSc and Animal Husbandry, BSc Animal Sciences, BFSc, BSc Agricultural Marketing and Cooperation, BSc Honors Agricultural Marketing and Cooperation, all these courses will be giving you the eligibility to enter into IARI under MSc Extension Agricultural Extension Education. Okay, so these are the basic eligibility, and there will be a fixed date which will be given in the brochure, before which if you are qualified for the basic eligibility criteria, then you are free to go to the counseling and get the admission here. So these are the basic eligibility criteria. So which are all the subjects? As I have already told, if you are appearing for social sciences, you have two major options. First one is you can go for either Masters in Agricultural Economics, and second one Masters in Agricultural Extension. Okay, so how many number of seats are there? Total all India level in economics, you will be having 155 MSc seats. For extension, 167 MSc seats will be there. From the same examination, you can apply for both. So therefore, there are chances of doing master's course for 322 seats. So how many fellowship PG scholarship seats are there? JRF fellowship seats are there. For economics, you will be having 12, and for economics, you will be having 13, and therefore the sum total you will be having 25 seats all India level under the fellowship seats. Okay, then among this total fellowship seats, 9 will be for UR, OBC, EWS, UPS for the agricultural economics, and 10 for the same in agricultural extension. 2 each for SC category, 1 each for SC category, 1 for PWD category. So this is how actually the seat distribution there for all India level as well as in the PG or fellowship seats. Okay, so coming to, we are going to break down the syllabus right now. So in the case of agricultural economics or agricultural extension, we have different units which is given under the syllabus. Okay, so the unit 1 is almost covering up the general agriculture part. Even if you are going for doing your MSc and MSc in extension or economics, you should be thorough with the basic idea of the basic fundamental concepts of BSc Honors Agriculture course. So the unit 1 entirely covers the basic idea of different subjects that you have studied, like agronomy, entomology, plant pathology, horticulture, and all those things, right? Importance of agriculture in national economy, basic principles, crop production, cultivation of rice, wheat, chickpea, all the agronomical concepts. Then after that, the soil science concepts. Then after that, the genetics concepts. Then after that, like the entomological concepts. Then after that, some of the extension as well as economics, statistics, everything will be coming under the unit 1. And we will be just sharing how much proportion of general agricultural questions will be asked in the out of 120 questions in the further slides. Okay, so right now we are just going to break down what are all the things that we have to study in the syllabus or for the complete preparation of the examination. So unit 1 comprises generally mainly the general agriculture. Okay, general agriculture, which includes each and every subjects that you have already studied. Then the second one, unit 2, which is actually having which is covering almost like the fundamentals of the microeconomics that we have already studied, like the theories of consumer behavior, demand, elasticity, indifference curve, firms theory, cost theory, supply, price determination. Then such kind of microeconomics theories are coming under the unit 2. Okay, unit 2 comprises of this microeconomics. Okay, then coming to unit 3, in the unit 3, what you will be studying will be the majority of the principle of farm management, production economics, as well as agricultural finance. Okay, so this unit 3 will be covering production and farm management, then agricultural finance. Yeah. So basic principles of farm management, farming system, economics of farming system, production economic scope analysis, factor product relationship, marginal cost, marginal revenue, all this comes under the production economics as well as farm management. Then some of the major basic ideas in the agricultural finance, like farm planning, budgeting, then time value of money, compounding, discounting, 4 Rs, 5 Cs, 7 Ps, Then commercial banks, nationalization, some of the historical things and all the things will be coming under this unit 3. Then along with this, in the unit 2, even if they have not much specified, we will be having something called macroeconomics. Also, there are repeatedly asked questions from the agricultural marketing. So the agricultural marketing also we will be covering under this unit 3. This is actually exclusively not given in the syllabus, but still there are repeated questions which is coming from the agricultural marketing. So we will be covering the agricultural marketing here. Agricultural marketing. Okay. So 3 units we have completed. Then the 4th unit. From 4th unit, we will be having ideas from the extension. So half of the syllabus is actually from the economics. Half of the syllabus is almost from the extension, and a few will be from the general agriculture. That is the basic idea of our syllabus. So what is happening in the unit 4? Unit 4, the basic fundamental concepts of the extension, education, philosophy, then extension teaching methods, right? Then definition concepts of sociology, psychology, rural sociology, psychology, teaching and learning process. All the fundamental things are coming under the unit 4. Then what about unit 5? Unit 5 is actually one of the important unit where actually the communication is actually communication. The idea or the concept of communication is actually a little broader idea, and you will be having much in-depth classes regarding the communication, because year by year the importance of this communication, audio visual aids and all the things are actually increasing over the years, like the amount of questions which is asked in the examination. So communication principles, its concepts, audio visual aids, media mix, campaign, cyber extension, some additional new schemes, all the things will be coming under this unit 5. So unit 4, unit 5 again in the agricultural extension. So we have studied like unit 1 will be from the general agriculture, unit 2 and 3 will be from the economics, and unit 4 and 5 will be from the agricultural extension. So these are some of the subject wise weightage from the different concepts that if we are seeing. Okay, so these are different concepts, like some basic concepts. Then from economics, theory of consumer behavior, market structure, production, national income, consumption function and theories, poverty, unemployment, inflation, fiscal monetary policy. These all the things are coming under the macroeconomics. Money and banking, finance, cooperation, marketing. So if we are checking from 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25, majority of the questions you can see it is actually coming from the microeconomics, that is theory of the consumer behavior, which includes like law of diminishing marginal utility, equimarginal utility, consumer surplus, indifference curve analysis, revealed preference hypothesis, all those concepts. Then market structure, like maybe perfect competition, imperfect competition. Majority of the questions you can see that even if the fluctuations are there, majority of the questions are repeatedly asked from the theory of consumer behavior. Then macroeconomics is also having like a significant amount at some years, like maybe see in the macroeconomics, when compared to the microeconomics, the number of questions which is asked is actually a little lesser. Then when it comes to the finance and cooperation, majority of the questions will be asked like maybe 15, 16, 17 questions will be asked from the agricultural finance and cooperation, and from the marketing and international finance almost like a medium level of questions it is asked. Okay, so this is how actually, so we will be giving this equal weightage when we are taking the classes also. Okay, while we are dealing with the classes, you will be given equal weightage with respect to the weightage of the questions which is coming in the examination. Then again, farm management, production economics, statistics, again like the importance is there. Production economics is also having significant amount of questions. Okay, then when it comes to extension, different aspects like agricultural fundamentals of agricultural extension is actually having tremendous importance in the earlier. Right now it is actually a little reduced because fundamentals they have shifted to the communication. So as you can see, the communication is actually gaining tremendous importance, like 15, 19, 10 are asked in the previous year's examinations. Then rural social and psychology moderate, like 7, 8, 9 questions. Then adoption and diffusion of innovations, it is actually having moderate level. Extension schemes, which is actually having tremendous importance, which is actually having a constant level of higher questions in the previous years. Then extension program planning, training and management, they are having only a little share if we are checking the previous years. Then entrepreneurship, last years it is actually not at all asked in the previous like 2 to 3 years. So therefore still it is actually a chance that we can expect the questions in the further examination. Then ICT and farm journalism also, it actually varies, but recently it is actually having a little what we call for it, a little higher importance, because in the last year it has asked 7 questions directly, escalated to 7. So these are some of the subject weightage that we can see. So according to 2025 admission data, we can see that for agricultural economics, when it comes to ICAR counseling in IRA, how many seats are there? We have total 5 seats for agricultural economics and 5 seats for agricultural extension. So number of seats we have in IRA is very much limited, the competition is much higher. So first we have to understand is like the competition is real, we have to prepare very well, but it's not that a bigger task like to arrive in IRI. You don't want to be a pro or a genius to arrive at IRI. If you are consistent enough, if you are preparing on a scientific line, in with perseverance, you are here in IRI in the further years. Okay, so therefore we have 5 seats in agricultural economics and extension, out of which 2 are for general category, 1 is for SC, 1 is for ST, 1 is for OBC, and 1 can be in PWD. Like there can be some kind of rotation can happen with respect to EWS or PWBD, or maybe from the underprivileged states. It actually depends upon the years of counseling, which is actually unpredictable, like we can see in the further years. But this is actually the final outcome, or the final number of seat availability in the ICR counseling process. So coming to the basic books that you have to cover. First, I'll be dealing with agricultural economics. So what happens in agricultural economics? The first book that you have to cover is none other than agricultural economics, which is written by Subba Reddy. We call this as our Bible or Gita or Quran of agricultural economics. Okay, why? Because this is from which you have to develop all the basic concepts. Even the students who have just read a single book of Subba Reddy Agricultural Economics could crack the ICAR JRF examination. It's not just because of this book, it's based on their conceptual understanding of what is actually written in this book. So this is the first book we prefer for the agricultural economics, which is written by Subba Reddy. Second one, An Introduction to Agricultural Social Sciences, which is written by Subhash Chandra. Okay, Subhash Chandra. I'll come to this book. So when we are coming to agricultural economics, what is actually the first fundamental advantage of Subba Reddy's agricultural economics? As we have seen the unit 2 and unit 3, which includes 5 major subsections: microeconomics, macroeconomics, production economics of farm management, agricultural marketing, agricultural finance and cooperation. All these 5 subsections are as such divided and given very much crisp and clear in the case of agricultural economics, Subba Reddy's textbook. Okay, so that's how actually this book is written in aligning with the syllabus that we are, which is already given with respect to agricultural economics book. Okay, but some of the concepts which is actually absent, which is actually not there in this book, you can cover from the Introduction to Agricultural Social Sciences. So if we are considering agricultural economics as the basic textbook for agricultural economics, if you are coming to the second book, this book has got lot of advantages. You have to buy this book too, or you have to refer to this book too for sure. Why? Because this is actually having 3 major subjects. First one is, it actually covers economics. Okay. Second one, this also covers extension. Okay. This also covers statistics. Okay, so therefore this is actually a fundamental book which actually helps you to revise the basic books that you are studying for economics, extension and statistics, also filling up the gaps which is actually where the information is lacking in the basic books. Okay, so therefore after reading Subba Reddy's textbook, if you are reading the agricultural economics portion, it will be a revision plus the gap filling. Okay, the information which is actually not furnished here, that you will be getting from this textbook. There are some mistakes in this textbook, but still that we will be correcting while we are taking the classes. But still this will be actually helping you to make thorough the concepts that you have already studied from the agricultural Subba Reddy's textbook. Okay, that's the second book. Third one, as I have already told, production economics and farm management is actually given properly in this textbook. If you need a little more further understanding regarding those concepts, a separate book which is written by V.T. Raju and D.V.S. Rao, that is none other than Economics of Production, Farm Production and Management, you can read. This is actually a small book. It's actually like the image is a little bigger, but it's actually having 200 pages. in a single day, if you are good with the Subbareddy's textbook's concept, you can read this book within maybe 2 or 3 days. That much easy this book is. Okay, but this is actually giving a little more conceptual understanding because it is actually elaborating all the concepts which you are studying in a crisp way in the Subbareddy's textbook. Okay, so if you need more conceptual understanding, reading this book will be much important. And I would recommend the third year students who are having sufficient time to start with Subbareddy, revise with agricultural economics, introduction to social science. You can read economics of farm production and management. The people who are actually studying in last year and finding it little difficult to manage the time, I would suggest not to read this textbook. Okay, reading is much better, but I am trying to help you, like, according to the time you can manage it. Okay, because this is actually an extension of a single chapter or a single subsection of Subbareddy's. Okay, I hope it is clear. The fourth one is Agricultural Marketing in India by S.S. Acharya and N.L. Agarwal. This is actually a comprehensive textbook of the subsection that we studied in Subbareddy's textbook, Agricultural Marketing. Okay, when we are comparing with the basic syllabus of agricultural marketing, in the syllabus it is given very much lesser. The concept of agricultural marketing is actually merely mentioned in the syllabus. Am I correct? So therefore, reading the entire textbook of Acharya and Agarwal will be actually a burden for the students. So I would not recommend this book to be read by the students who are actually absolutely preparing. But if it, as I have already told, the one who actually reads more, need more conceptual understanding, you can always go for this book. If you are reading V.T. Raju's Farm Management and Production Economics, you can read the textbook entirely because there is no additional further information much. All the things will be actually required for the examination. Here it's not like that. It is actually giving all the information which is actually required and not required for the objective examination. So if you are going to read this textbook, you have to selectively read the concepts which is already there in the syllabus plus Subbareddy's textbook. For the further understanding, this should be furnished as a reference textbook, not as a basic textbook to be studied. Okay, I am just trying to introduce the textbooks that we already have for different basic subsections which comes under our syllabus, but it's not mandatory that without reading agricultural marketing by Acharya and Agarwal, you can't what we call for it, like crack the examination. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Okay, even if you don't read this also, I am telling you that Subbareddy as well as Subhash Chandra would be sufficient enough if you are good with the previous year question papers as well as the MCQ practices. Okay, hope you got my point. And finally, most important book. This is the fundamental book that you have to carry with you. Okay, this is none other than Objective Agricultural Economics. This is actually your MCQ book, MCQ practice. Almost 25,000, I guess. 25,000 plus questions, MCQ questions. Match the following questions, then fill in the blanks questions you will be getting under different subsections like micro and macro, production, finance, marketing. Okay, this textbook is also aligned with the same syllabus that we are having. So this is the textbook which is actually trying to assess you how far you have studied, how much you have studied, and this textbook is going to increase your precision of correcting an MCQ. Okay, it's not like theoretically studying all the concepts, it's regarding how good we are in doing the MCQs, how precise we are in committing less mistakes or committing less negatives. Got my point, right? So therefore, ultimately, if you are asking me like what is the ultimate book set I am going to tell you, for economics, it should be Subbareddy, Agricultural Economics by Subbareddy, an Introduction to Social Science by Subhash Chandra, and the third one is Objective Agricultural Economics by Nirmal Ravikumar. These three should be there. These three are compulsory. V.T. Raju, Acharya and Agarwal, it's all about optionals. Okay, I hope you got my point. Completed with the books regarding the agricultural economics. Coming to agricultural extension. First, as I'm comparing with the books that we are having agricultural economics so that it will be little more understandable. First book, the basic book, the theoretical book that you have to read to build your concept is none other than Extension, Communication and Management, which is written by G.L. Ray. Okay, this is the book that we have studied, and this is the book which is actually still having relevance for the building concepts, because as I have already told, rather than asking factual questions, recently they are starting to ask statement, assertion, reason type and conceptual questions. So rather than by hearting majority of the things, you should be understanding there are many statements which is actually directly taken from this textbook, which is directly asked in the examination. So this textbook, as much as possible, you have to by heart read it again and again, understand the concept, and you should be familiar with each lines which is written in this textbook. The more you are familiar with this textbook, the more good you will be answering the examination, especially the conceptual, the statement, assertion, reason type of questions. Okay, so this is the fundamental book that you have to study. Okay, now with respect to this fundamental book, I am just trying to give you some alternative options. Okay, this is the basic book. Anyway, you have to read it. If you want to need a little more conceptual understanding, you can go for optionals. Option 1. This is called Fundamentals of Agricultural Extension, which is written by Sunil Viji. This is also a theoretical book which is actually comprehensively covering all the extension concept. Okay, this book is actually a little more recent edition too. So therefore, along with the GL, if you are reading the Fundamentals of Agricultural Extension, the information is a little more updated here. So therefore, your understanding will be proper. Your confusions will be moved. Okay, so this is also you can keep as a subsidiary major textbook. Second one is Extension Education by Advai Reddy. Advai Reddy's textbook is also a little older like GL Ray's textbook, so it doesn't make much difference. So optionally, you can eliminate this book. If you are good at GL Ray and if you are having a backup of Fundamental of Agricultural Extension by Sunil Viji, that is enough to build the theoretical framework. The basic reading as well as the theoretical framework, note making, all these things, these two would be sufficient. Okay, you can leave this, and as I have already told, if you are a third year student and if you are having plenty of time and if you feel confident, like if you read more, you can go for it. But rather than keeping more books, it is much good if we are making it precise. Okay, and let me remind you one more thing. We will be referring all these textbooks and consolidating the information which is actually precisely required for you people and will be included in the master course. In the notes, in the classes, we will be mentioning what should be studied, what should be eliminated. Our maximum point is like, rather than studying the subject much proper, we have to be exam oriented, exam focused. That we will be doing, that we will be helping you. Okay, while you are preparing, you should be understanding where and what and how, why we are doing all these things. I hope it's clear. Complementing with the classes and the notes that we are providing, your basic reading of these books will be giving you the, like, you will, it will be making you the masters of the subject. I hope you got my point. Okay, don't depend on simply books, don't depend upon the classes. It's like complementing each other will be making you the perfect one, which is actually eligible for the higher ranks. Okay, I hope it's clear. So therefore, first book is, the first fundamental book is GL Ray. Second fundamental book, this is also a must read. This is also a must read. This is none other than Textbook on Agricultural Communication Process and Methods, which is written by A.S. Sandhu. So what is actually happening here? As we have already seen in the last chapter, 5th unit of our syllabus is exclusively on communication. So communication is also an integral part of extension and communication and management. You can see a chapter. So you can see few chapters under the subsection of communication. But that entire subsection is actually written as a separate textbook and you have to read this textbook. Must. As I have told, VT Raju is optional, but it's good if you are reading it. Similarly, if you are reading, it's not similar. Here, this is actually a mandatory textbook because communication is actually having that much important questions as well as information which is actually overloaded. So we have to be thorough about what are all the things which is actually coming under the concepts as well as in the syllabus. So you have to read this for sure. Okay, so textbook on agricultural communication process and methods by A.S. Sandhu is also the second most textbook that you should read. After reading this textbook, you should be reading this instant extension education. I repeat, do not start with instant extension education as your fundamental book. Why? Because this is actually kind of a cherry picked points which is actually aligned properly, which is very much useful for the revisions. it is actually not going to help you to build the concept. But if you are reading the basic books like maybe GL Ray or maybe Sunil Viji, or after reading Communication by A.S. Santhu, if you are reading this, this will be serving as a best revision material, best ever revision material. That's why I am telling you not to start with instant agricultural extension, because reading instant agricultural instant extension education will be making you feel like, okay, extension is very much easy. But the statements, the concepts, all the things is actually derived from these textbooks. So this is actually a crisp point book which actually helps you in revision. That's why the order should be GL Ray, optionally Sunil Viji, Sandhu, after that extension education, instant extension education, which is written by Shruti. Okay, so this is how actually the textbooks of agricultural extension goes on. Okay, so this is we have optionally eliminated, and it's actually on your own discretion. And again, another important thing that we ultimately need, this is none other than an MCQ book, right? Multiple choice question book. So the multiple choice question book like Nirmal Ravikumar in the agricultural economics, here we have again Sunil Viji's objective agricultural multiple choice questions in agricultural extension, that is written by Sunil Viji. This is also mandatory. So as I have already told, this MCQ book is actually trying to test you whether the thing that you have already studied is fed on your brain properly or not, whether you can reproduce it while you are seeing an objective or practical oriented question, how far you can minimize the wrong answers, how far you can test, like how far you can retain the information that you have already studied. All these things will be developed only by using going through the MCQ textbook. That's why rather than all the things, the entire preparation will be completed while doing your MCQ textbook like Objective Agricultural Economics and MCQs in Agricultural Extension by Nirmal Ravikumar as well as Sunil Vijay. So these are the basic books to refer. And as an end note, I would like to suggest you, like, see, if you are seeing the other subjects preparation strategies, you can find like a lot of textbook. Right now, aligned with the syllabus that we are having, we have proper textbooks, and which is actually just like countable ones, right? Like, so we have a crisp material to study. So if you are good enough, if you are consistent enough, this is the best ever way to prepare for a examination. So that is actually an advantage for the social science people. So I hope you got my point. Then coming to general agriculture, this was actually our unit 1, right? So in the unit 1, what are all the things that we have to study? As we already know, the entire vast syllabus of the entire BSc agricultural curriculum is there, but we have to be selective because only a few questions will be there, which is important because they are rank determining. With proper preparation, every student will be able to write extension and economics. So if everybody will be writing the extension and economics, who knows general agriculture more, they will be having or scoring higher marks and higher ranks, right? So therefore in general agriculture we have engineering, agronomy, entomology. So here we have to prioritize. Agronomy you have to study, entomology you have to study, horticulture you have to study, then soil science, statistics, genetics. These are all the prioritized subjects that you have to follow. Okay, so in the general agriculture, generally we used to follow two major textbooks. First one is Nemraj plus General Agriculture. General Agriculture by Nemraj Sunda. Then the second one is Arun Katyayan's General Agriculture textbook. Arun Katyayan's. This is actually, there are two volumes, volume 1 as well as volume 2. So if you are somebody who's actually needing some crisp points, tabular format and all those things, you can prefer for General Agriculture by Nemraj Sunda. If you actually need it in a little more theoretical way, in a written explanation way, you can go for Arun Katyayan. If you have enough time, you can read both, but I would prefer like either this or this. Okay, this will be helping you to cover your general agriculture portions. So therefrom, your unit 1 will be covered. Rather than going to your entire UG notes for each and every subject, the time that you are going to lose for extension and economics, because majority of the questions will be there from the core subjects. This will be having maximum weightage of 15 to 20 questions. Then agriculture current affairs 2027. So in the unit 1, they will be asking, along with the general agriculture, there will be some questions from the current affairs also regarding like what are all the current happenings which happens in the agriculture in the Indian economy. Okay, so for that we will be exclusively providing this agri current affairs, which is given by AgriAddict Academy, which will be prepared in 2026, that you can that will be helping you to complete the entire current affairs of 2027. So this is actually our assurance that this will be helping you to cover the current affairs, rather than just like roaming around and finding too much information regarding agricultural current affairs. We will be making it concise and crisp, and will be providing you from the academy itself. So agricultural current affairs 2027 by AgriAddict Academy will be helping you. Then coming to our courses. So we have, as you can see, like we have two batches. First one is the ongoing batch, that is target batch of 2027, the upcoming examination 2027, and also we have a foundation batch which is actually targeting on 2028. Okay, 2028. So therefore ICAR PG examination of 2027 target batch, like you can avail it for like rupees 4,900 4,999 rupees, and the foundation batch, which is actually supposed to go for the third year students, and they will be the ultimate aim of this foundation batch is like, the ultimate aim is none other than this batch, third year people who are enrolling the foundation batch, they can already join the classes that we are taking for the target batch or the ongoing batch. Also they will be eligible for using the same course in the next batch also. So by next year you will be already familiar with the basic concepts that we are already giving under this year, and the next year also you can continue your preparation, and your the preparation will be almost completed. So foundation batch 2028, you can avail it for 8,999 rupees. Then coming about the mentors, I assure you, like you will be having the top qualified mentors, and as I have told, like I will be dealing with the agricultural economics, and I've secured 27 in the JRF as a PG examination and 4 in the PhD examination, and as you can see, the other mentors, Anu, Sayan, Sayan and Ritisha were actually the students of AgriAddict. Right now actually they are giving coaching, because like they have already gone through the preparation. They were actually part of AgriAddict family. Right now also they are trying to give inspiration as well as the guidance to the students right now. Okay, so the topmost qualified people only will be giving you the and every one of us are from ICAR, IAR, New Delhi, and we are giving you the coaching or the guidance regarding your preparation. So how our course will be structured? For the next year, our course will be structured like this. For agricultural economics, you will be having almost like 60 to 65 classes. So each of our classes will be hardly 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour to maybe maybe 1 hour 15 minutes. Okay, 1 to 1 to 1 hour 1 hour and 50 minutes. That will be our maximum duration of each classes. We will be making it crisp and short. So for economics, you will be having 60 to 65 classes. Extension, you will be having 35 to 40 classes. Then mock test question discussions, like we will be covering all the topics. We'll be again just going back through all the theoretical things, and we'll be just seeing the all the and this MCQ will be covering all the things that we are already teaching. Okay, then we'll be having P/Q discussions. Also, we will be providing the solved PDFs through our website. Then marathon sessions will be there. As you can see, like we had many marathon sessions in the previous sessions also. You can check it in our YouTube channel. Then agricultural current affairs we will be providing. Then general agriculture, almost like classes, like free classes are there, 120 classes are there. Also total you will be getting almost like 250 plus classes will be there. This will be covering up what are all the requirements which is actually needed for our examination. Okay, so trust and just follow us. So therefore this is actually the strategic plan for the 10 months. And from what actually we are going to do is, like from July to September, for all the enrolled students, you will be having all the pre-recorded classes of 2026, which we have already completed. The completed course pre-recorded classes will be already there. So you can watch all the pre-recorded classes from July to September and make your own conceptual understanding. The recorded classes will be there from the previous year. Okay, then try to understand the concept. Then it will be actually your first time you're reading and understanding, and you can, along with that, you can try to read the textbooks also. Okay, once by this time, seeing that recorded classes, and if you can complete the basic reading of the textbooks that I have already told you, then the things will be much easy when we are moving through the next sections. So daily reading hours you can prioritize like maybe from like 4 to 6 hours. It can fluctuate, I know. In the beginning, it's actually, rather than consistently preparing, starting is actually the major difficult task, right? But try to focus and be persistent. Like at least 2 hours I have read for a single day, at least in the beginning days. Gradually we can increase it to 4 hours, 5 hours and 6 hours. When you are in the track, automatically it will be in your routine and you can read it from the beginning. Okay, then utilize the morning hours effectively. That will be helping you to gain more knowledge at that point of time. Then it would be best if you can cover all the pre-recorded classes before October, because that fundamental basic understanding that we have already given to our previous batches, if you are having, means the interaction will be much good when we are going to the live classes, and we can cover up the entire syllabus again. Once again we will be interacting and clarifying all the doubts, and finally we will be in a good way to attempt the examination. Okay, then October to March, the second phase will be starting from October to the March. So by this time, I hope like you will be completing your pre-recorded sessions, as well as you will be reading your basic textbooks at least. So from October to March, the second time reading, revision, as well as the live classes will be starting. So daily there will be live classes. It will be not be every day, weekly 2 to 3 classes, like 3 to 4 classes are assured. In a week, 3 to 4 classes will be assured, and rather than going subject wise, we will be giving you classes in a mixed way. Simultaneously, we will be studying economics as well as extension, because both of the economics as well as extension questions will be in a jumbled order in our test series. So if you are studying economics for the entire 2 months, and if you are not at all revising anything and studying extension for the other 2 months, it will be difficult for you to recollect again, because if again after 2 months, if you are going to start from economics, you will be building it from the scratches. So simultaneously, without losing any concepts that we are studying, we will be simultaneously handling without giving you any pressure. That is actually our strategy when it comes to social sciences. So after each live classes, you can study from the PDF which is actually uploaded, like the classes that we have already given, that will be giving you some uploaded PDFs. You can read those chapters from the standard books again. You can revise if you have read it or not. At that time also you can start, and it will be giving you much conceptual understanding. The basic things will be there in the notes, and after hearing the class, if you are reading the textbook, it will be actually very much helpful, effective. Okay, and we will be doing some note making also at that point of time, and when we are trying to monitor the notes of the students also this time. Okay, if the good notes are actually getting, like, the level of understanding also we will be understanding, right? So crisp notes, which is actually like, which is going to help you personally while you are revising for the last week of the examination, that kind of notes we will be making throughout our class. Okay, this is what actually newly we are going to do. Okay, then attend the topic wise mock test, which is already there in the portal. Also cover one major textbook in almost like 1.5 months. So therefore total of 4 major textbooks you can cover up with the span of this October to March. And finally, watch the general agriculture class on every Saturday and Sunday, and read the PDFs which is already provided. So this general agriculture also, as I have already told, the unit 1 is consisting general agriculture. Once you are entering into extension as well as economics, what actually happens is like, you will be totally losing the touch from the other subjects, like maybe entomology, agronomy, and we will be like a little less interested to go through it. So that's why actually these classes are there. So weekends, for Saturdays and Sundays, you should be utilizing consistently to go through the general agriculture, because if you are deciding like I'll go through the general agriculture towards the end of the examination, like when on the verge of the examination, it is not going to help you. It will be actually an additional burden. You will be feeling like really exhausted because of the core concepts, core subjects. So along with that, if you are pushing the general agriculture in the last moment, that will be actually a difficult task. So that's why actually this should be there always in your mind. It's actually like years of experience that we are having, that the students are struggling with the general agriculture. That's why actually this is actually the most important point here, because anyway you will be studying the core subjects for sure. Okay, I hope it's clear. Then again, the third phase is from April to June. So April to June, all the live classes will be completed by that point of time. So therefore it will be actually your, from the course perspective, it will be your second revision. And if you have seen the previous recorded session, it will be your third revision. So that will be much sufficient, that you will be master, you will be pro by that time, and you will be having just basic fundamental doubts and some doubt clarifications and all those things, question answer sessions, such kind of things are only will be there at that point of time. So start the third round revision, 3 chapters a day, or like according to your capacity, as well as aligning with your RAVE program and ELP, how you are managing it. That will be helping you at this point of time. All the PYQ discussions, that at that time, like after the conceptual understanding only, you should go to the PYQs, because like if you are finding a little difficult question, and if you are not having any conceptual idea, basic understanding regarding it, it will be like, okay, you will feel like, okay, I can't do this. So all the PYQ sessions we will be starting with the third phase from the April to the June. Then also there will be some scheduled mock tests, you can attend it. Marathon series plus PDF will be given in the last minute, which will be helping you to finally revise once again, and we will be in touch with each other, which will be helping you build the confidence as well as make all the concepts a little more clear. And watch the mock test discussion series, also reads a current affair PDF that we are going to provide. Also revise rigorously before 15 days of the examination, without stopping any other businesses. You will be just simply concentrating final 2 weeks of the examination for entire preparation of the examination. Okay, so what is this addiction for 2027 and 28? What we are actually providing you? First, we will be providing the live classes plus recordings. First, we will be providing the recording. Second phase, we will be providing the live classes. Also, the toppers note. What is this toppers notes? Toppers notes, like most of the content that we are actually trying to generate, trying to teach you, is actually the one who is actually prepared by those people who have gone through the syllabus, gone through the examination, have failed, have already found out like where did we go wrong, where we should prioritize, what should be important, all the things which will be reflecting on the toppers notes. That notes, based on that notes only, we are giving the content which is actually giving in the live classes and further for your reading. So toppers notes will be there, and AgriAddict test series will be there. Okay, also along with that, we will be giving the PYQ discussions from 2020. If you can watch, like it is already available, uploaded in the YouTube channel of AgriAddict. Solved PDFs, questions, PDFs will be there. Then free general agricultural course that we are providing right now. A revision series will be there towards the when we are approaching the examination, after making the fundamentals proper. Then finally, one-on-one mentorship. This is very much important, right? If you are taking the course, if you are inside the family, we are here to support you at any time. We are here to support you at any time for your doubt clearance. It's not only regarding the, what we call for it, the academic mentoring. At times, like it's the major thing that we are lacking is motivation, right? So in order to make you confident enough, in order to make you in track, in order to motivate you at any circumstances, we are here. It's not only regarding the subject help, it's also regarding the personal help. So we believe in the mentorship. So for one-to-one mentorship, we people are here for you in the AgriAddict Academy. So these are all the provisions that you will be getting if you are coming to the family of AgriAddict. So I'm repeating once again, the target batch of 2027, we have Shrestha batch, which will be starting, the classes will be starting by October, and the course, like you can access it from the July itself. So I hope like you can join our family. Also, we have some mock test bundle, the test series, AgriAddict test series, PG examination 2027, which is available for 499 rupees. Also, we have a recorded batch. Okay, recorded batch plus all the free general agricultural courses, test series, and some crisp notes, which is actually already there, which will be given you. So all these things are the basic ideas or the basic services that we are trying to provide you. So I hope like you understand. So how to enroll to the AgriAddict courses? So first of all, you can visit our website www.agriaddict.in, or you can download our app. We have AgriAddict's application in the Play Store as well as in App Store. So once you download it, you can choose the course, like in different subject streams you can find out different courses, like maybe for plant sciences are there, from for agronomy is there. So right now, if you are a social science aspirant, you can choose a social science course, like as we have already, whether it is the third year student, you can go for the foundation batch. If you are a fourth year student, you can go for the target batch according to your convenience. So choose the course, make the payment. Once you make the payment, you will be given a Google form. Okay, once you are filling your basic details in the Google form, in the same Google form itself, you will be provided with a WhatsApp group link. From that WhatsApp group link, just join it and you are part of the master course family. And from there, every information regarding the course, updates, everything will be communicated through the master's course and the WhatsApp group. Okay, so make payment and start learning. That is the basic idea of all this enrolling process of AgriAddict. And rather than insisting you to take the master courses, we are having free demo classes in the YouTube channel. If you can check it, just type my name or maybe just ask for search for demo classes AgriAddict Social Science. You will be getting the free demo classes that we have taken for random topics, which is actually coming under agricultural extension and agricultural economics. So trust us, go through it, see the clarity, see how much you can make better rather than the self preparation. If it is actually trying to help you, then only just take the course. There is no element of force, because we are that confident enough, like that courses, that classes are going to help you. Okay, so first check the quality, check the content clarity, and then you can just welcome. I mean, we are welcoming you to the family. Okay, I hope it's clear. Then along with your master kit, the enrollment to the master batch or enrolling to our courses, you will be awarded with, or you will be gifted with our AgriAddict student kit. So what are all the things? First one, this is none other than you will be having a study planner. Okay, you will be provided with a study planner, which will be like you can paste and all the basic courses that we are going to take, that will be actually written there. So therefore you can track the progress, like how many classes you have completed, like how much progress that you have gone throughout the year. From the wall itself you can find out. So the first one is the study planner. Second one is actually the daily drill notebook. So this is actually having element of motivation as well as your preparation strategy, planner, and all the things, along with like your note making, crisp note making spaces are also there. So such kind of a journaling kind of thing, like you can keep, like you can make the learning a little more creative with using this notebook. And finally, being part of it, like you will be awarded with a t-shirt also. So we are expecting that once you are completing your examination, when you are coming to IARI or when you are coming to AgriAddict Academy, we will be taking a photo wearing this t-shirt. Okay, so enroll now, and you will be getting 1,000 rupees of discount extra off. So I have already told, like the target batch is actually for 4,999 rupees, and the foundation batch is for 8,999 rupees. So if you are enrolling right now, you will be getting 1,000 rupees off. Like the course will be available for 3,999 as well as 7,999 respectively. Okay, so that's actually our gift, and I hope it's clear like how to prepare. And this is actually our consider this actually as our first session as well as our first class, because I have given all the fundamental ideas regarding how to prepare, how we are going to proceed, what are the benefits if you are coming to AgriAddict, and why you have to come to AgriAddict, and finally how to prepare to, right? So all the, I think everything is clear, and if you have any doubts, just comment down, and I guess like we'll be posting a Google form below this, so that like you can fill up your informations for our further updates. So thank you, and we'll be seeing soon in our courseworks. Thanks.